Now let's go in and add some resolution and some thickness to the pieces of the side of the door that we've just added. Okay, so we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces here, and we basically need to just go in on all these pieces, and where appropriate we need to add that sub-D resolution, and we'll add a little bit of thickness as well. And we also need to connect up these two pieces, as they'll be one piece as part of the door. So let's go ahead, and before we start adding the resolution, we'll go ahead and connect these. So all I'm going to do is take both of these pieces, and I'm just going to go mesh, combine, and they're combined, but the vertices still aren't merged. So I'm going to select both of these vertices and just merge those together. And then I can just grab one if I want to and just drag it just to check it out. Make sure that that's done. And now I know I want this to be a sharp angle, so I'm going to add an edge right here. And so we'll see how that works. I'm going to add a little bit of resolution right along here. And then I'm going to add one right down here. Just basically the same places that we've been adding that resolution on the rest of our pieces. So we're going to be adding one up here, along the back, and right here, right there. Let me go ahead and delete the history on this guy. And now I can just select those faces and just extrude those in. Okay. And just extrude them in. Again, just one little extrude, and then repeat that, and one a little bit more. And then I'll just delete those faces, and then reverse those normals. Now if I sub-D this and check it out, you can see this is the kind of curve you're getting up here in this corner. So if you want it to be a little bit sharper, you could go in here and add another line right about here. I think it's going to be okay for us, so I'll just leave that. Another thing you want to check out is these faces down here. You can see on this the A pillar right here that we've gotten rid of these faces at the bottom, because that's just going to be sticking right in there, and we don't need those. It's just going to create, you're just going to have to put extra geometry to get those to be sharp. So you can just cut those faces off, and we can do the same thing here if we want to. Just get rid of those faces right there. And we can do the same thing at the bottom of this guy right down here. Just get rid of those faces, since that's just intersecting right in there. And now let's move back and take a look at this guy. And this we just need to add, at this point we're just going to add some resolution. We're going to be adding a little detail piece inside here, but at this point let's just go ahead and add the resolution needed to kind of smooth this out. So I'm just going to add one up here, basically one on every side. And then I'll just grab those faces and extrude those in. Repeat that extrude, extrude them in. Delete those faces, and then I'll just reverse that, and then we can check that out. Smooth it out. It's looking pretty good. And now we just have these two pieces to worry about. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat that process, adding that resolution where we want it. And we don't want to have things intersecting, so that's why we're doing all this sub-D work, to get these little places where these cuts meet. We want to be able to see that there is actually something meeting together, and it's not just sort of intersecting with each other. Go ahead and add that. And then delete history, and I'm just going to extrude those in. and Z once and twice. Delete those faces. Reverse that. And then we just have one more. Let me go ahead and smooth this out a little bit. Looks like we just have one more to take care of. So again, I'm just going to insert edge loop to add this resolution. Right along here. And then I'll just extrude that. Extrude. A little bit less. And then repeat that, extrude, down, and reverse that. Delete that history. Alright, so now we've got some thickness added to all of our side sort of window pieces here. So in the next lesson we're going to go in and use some of the curves that we still have hanging around to actually build the window pane geometry that's going to go and fill this part in right along here.